So, once again, a concert that was a while ago, 3 months ago. In October, I went and saw Tom Beck at the Institute of Contemporary Arts opposite St James Park near Whitehall in London. I never even knew there was a venue here. It's so, like, hidden in one of these really grand buildings with tons of pillars. But then the stage area itself is very mundane. But that's not really important. I'm probably comparing it to the Bush Hall where I saw Aquilo. Tom himself, well, he was celebrating 10 years of the release of his album Luck, which is so old. I didn't actually know. I've only known about Tom Beck for about the past 5 years. But I love his music so much. He was one of those people I really quickly caught up with their back catalogue. But to describe his music, I don't even think he knows how to describe it. Weird indie, garagey stuff from the early 2000s. It's about as close as we can get. Anyway, the support act, he was a guy called Dorsal, and he was far better than the support act the last time I saw Tom Beck. The thing is, they both had kind of similar music, but Dorsal's was so much more chill and relaxing. And it just made it really pleasant to listen to. So yeah, much preferred him. I haven't looked at him much since then. Maybe I should. Person I still can't stop listening to, why I bought the ticket, is Tom Beck. He then came on, of course, to Pushing Your Luck. The song of the album. He also came on wearing the exact same clothes as from when I last saw him, I think now 3 years ago. It was a white t-shirt, grey jeans, I'm pretty sure the same grey shoes, and always the same black frame glasses that are a little smaller than mine, but almost the same shape. Was he wearing the same socks and boxers? Who knows? Maybe he was, to exactly coordinate. Maybe it's like his exact lucky outfit for going on stage. Maybe I should find some footage of him and other concerts and see if he's wearing the exact same thing. Maybe he just has like 10 white shirts, 10 grey jeans. It'd be excessive having 10 pairs of the exact same shoes. He then so quickly went into 2 songs of his I love. And I think he pretty much knows everyone loves. It's one of those situations where he peaked too early. He did CC, and the whole, I mean, we all knew that song. wouldn't say he did peak too early, because some of his later stuff is just as awesome, and more people just need to dig it up and find it. Such as the song he followed with, A Chore. This is You Set the Fire in Me will always be, like, his song. Not to the extent of, like, Teenage Dirtbag with Wheatus, but it's always going to be up there, and I don't think that's a bad thing, because it is an absolutely bloody cracking tune. As is A Chore. I love that song. The next one he followed with was on his new EP, Confirm Yourself, that he released, I think, around last April. It's so sad. In fact, with his new EP, he sang 3 songs off of it. Of course he sang Say, which is even sadder. Didn't sing my favourite off of it, which is Nothing Bad, which is the only one to have any glimmer of hope in it. And it also actually has a really good beat and instrumentation to it. And then he flew back to the album Turning 10 with one of... I like most of the songs on this album. It's just to say, like, oh, it's one of my favourites. I do love the song Broke, though. It is a jam. He followed it with some of his 10-year anniversary stuff, and I feel like Crying Out for Love, it has really good instrumentation, but the lyrics are so predictable. Tom, he never has many lyrics to his songs, and so the few that there are, especially with a song like That Can Be Arranged, you need to make as little sense as possible and just be all over the place. Crying Out for Love is too predictable. It sounds like half the stuff on the radio. I just need the same song, the same instrumentation, but with different lyrics. Lyrics, maybe like the song he follows it with. He followed it with Aroused, which I remember when I was first looking at the Leisure Seizure album and I saw that title, I was just like, bloody hell, is that song going to be shit? it isn't at all. It's almost brilliant in how weird it is and how little sense it makes. Although about him performing it, throughout the concert, he did a lot of these weird coda bits, sort of wailing into the microphone, and he did that in place of pointing at people in the crowd, saying they looked aroused, like he did last time, which I was a bit disappointed at. Partly relieved that it meant he definitely didn't point at me, but I found it quite funny the last time I saw him. And then one of the first songs of his I found about from his first album, and I got to listen to the whole thing instead of just a 1 minute interlude. I will always love Nothing But Green Lights. That song is amazing. And I remember I can't remember the song he was singing before it, but no, I think it was, he sang Nothing But Green Lights and then had this weird coda where it kind of faded into another absolute banger, one of my favourites from his, You'll Stay. I love that song. It has next to no lyrics, but has such a driving beat. I think that's another thing I love about Nothing But Green Lights. It is really wrapped up in the instrumentation. There's only about 5 lines of words, but the instrumentation, it just was so balanced and perfect. And then You'll Stay is just sort of a heavier version of that, but with, I mean, completely different instrumentation, but wrapped up in that. And they're just awesome live. Sang something off of New Symbols. I've never really got behind New Symbols. I've only listened to a couple of songs from it. But Slippery Fish, he sang. It's almost too strange for me. I felt like one of the reasons I like Tom Beck is he's strange, but there comes a limit. But shortly after that, I keep on saying everything is my favourite song, especially from his first album, We Have Sound, which is an absolute jam. Well, just full of jams. This one is too. And he didn't play it the first time, despite the fact it may be even more known than CC, You Set the Fire in Me. He sang I Ain't Saying My Goodbyes. And that song, I don't think he has a song that has such a driving beat to it. It's almost into the vein of, like, pop rock music, but, I mean, no one will ever do it like Tom Beck. And just the fact that he missed it out the first time, I like, before going to see him the first time, I always knew that song would be fantastic live, and then he didn't sing it. And I was like, there was something missing, but it wasn't missing here. And then he ended the day, not quite, with Sherman. It's another one of those driving beat songs, but it'll never be like too kind of poppy and mainstream, like kind of I Ain't Saying My Goodbyes could be seen as, because it's all about animals in the jungle, which he very much emphasised when going into the song. It was another one of these coders where he just kept on repeating shit going into it. Sang a song I usually skip from Luck, Trying to Do Better. I was sleeping on some gold there. That song, it's so slow and almost kind of a bit somber, but it is a damn good song. It, considering last time he sang the song after that one, which is The Girl You Wouldn't Leave, which is just that same line over and over again, and I think is almost like too dull and repetitive and sad. But it made me appreciate the song and make me seek out to listen to it, which is a good thing. Anyway, that was me, very, very scatterly and all over the placey, seeing Tom Beck 3 months ago, trying to remember as much as I can. I did write notes. The mainstay of this all is, as usual, it was an awesome concert. Tom is an awesome guy. He's very all over the place, which almost makes him more lovable. I have been Jack the Music Lover, and I will see you in the next one. Go listen to Tom Beck He doesn't get as much love as he deserves.